All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. So, the first headline says that a cop killed a farmer over water and a tank. The second headline says residents torch the cop's home who shot the man dead over the water tank. Now, we're going to talk about the story as the story was presented to the public, and then we're going to give our opinion. There's a lesson in this for all of us. Listen. So, residents of the usually quiet community in St. Day-Acre, St. Anne's, are seething today following the fatal shooting of one of their own allegedly by a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, or the JCF, yesterday. Let me just say that I will not play the video, but I did see the video, and the video shows a police officer in uniform escorting a man who was in civilian clothing, and the man in civilian clothing was holding his gun. The people were saying, Lord have mercy, him just kill somebody and he's allowed to still have his gun and hold his gun on us. As it seems like the people in the community were gathering up and were moving towards the man that was in plain clothes holding the gun, who we now know to be a JCF officer, a police officer, but he was not in uniform. So I don't know if the crowd did want him so them can tear him up, but we saw the video of that. And he was able to hold his gun and back himself out of that community. And now updated news says, since them couldn't catch him, them catch him property and they set it on fire. Alright? The story further says that the dead man has now been identified as 43-year-old Glester Dwayne White, otherwise known as Craig to everybody in the area. And he was a farmer and a mason in the area. White's common law wife is a 34-year-old Dion Palmer, and she told the Observer that a neighbor sent her to this is where the story starts, so pay attention now. This is his common law wife. The man dead, gone, left him common law wife. Him common law wife told the Observer that a neighbor sent her two children to collect water from the tank in the yard in which she lives with her family. Now, according to Palmer, White told the children that they should not catch any water up here at the yard, as he was the one who was paying the lease for the land on which the tank is located, and had been the only one who fixed the tank. So, the record says that that tank used to be community property, but it is government land. I don't know how true that is, if it's government land. Anyways, it used to be community property. So it's a place where everybody used to go and catch them water and thing. Well, the farmer who is now dead, he leased the land. Not only that, the tank was there in deplorable conditions. Got to the point where nobody could even use the water that was in the tank. So when this man leased the land, he also renovated the tank out of his own money, his own pocket. So now him lease the land is his under lease. The tank is on the land and he refurbished the tank, and now the tank have clean, good water. Everybody a come catch water pan the lease land out of the tank. He had a problem with that. So when the little children came to get water, like their mother said, go up there so go get some water from the tank, they met the 43-year-old farmer who is now dead at the tank. And he said to the children, "Uno can't catch no water up here, so because a me fix the tank and a me lease the land." Now, according to Palmer, this is exactly what he told the children. They should not catch any water in the yard because of him pay for lease the land and fix up the tank. She now, the mother of the two children, she came down there and she started cursing because the children go back and them go back with empty bucket. And mommy said, "Where's the water me send you for?" And them said, the man up there say, "Craig say, we not for catch no water up here because of him lease the land and a fee him tank." She go up there and she started to cuss Craig. Right? She said that the parish council is responsible for the land, so anybody can catch water upon it. is what she told him. She said White reportedly proceeded to destroy the buckets which the children had carried to carry their water in. And this triggered an escalation of the argument. So when mommy go up there now and she a cussing man and say a parish council something this and anybody can catch water upon it, where you tell me picnic them can't get water off of the land for. It would have been seen as an act of aggression to me as well, because if you chop up my bucket and me you look for chop next, right? That is how I would have taken it. Now, Palmer alleges that her neighbor's daughter contacted her boyfriend. This is where the police come in now, you know. She contacted her boyfriend, who is a member of the JCF, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And when the off-duty cop arrived, the argument became even more heated, because they came and he saw Craig standing there and now two men are facing off. Me and Jaden, we stand up on the veranda and him say, "Mommy, them shoot daddy," said Palmer in reference to their 5-year-old son, who saw everything that happened, telling her that they just shot his father. The little boy was later heard saying that the police tell him to step back, and then me hear bow, bow, and him drop and him head just turn over. The police tell him to step back and fired. That right there, sir, is going to be something important in court, in deciding guilt or innocence, in deciding if that police officer felt imminent danger and was forced to defend himself, or if I just kill the man. Remember that important part, you know. The little boy who witnessed everything, and you know, so little picnic no have no time for make up no lie like that. The little boy who saw everything gave his account of what happened. Him said, the police tell him to step back, and then me hear bow, bow, and him drop, and him head does turn over. Now, according to residents in the area, the water tank was used by the entire community before, in times gone by. But White moved into the area now. But his common law wife contended that it had several leaks in that tank, which he himself spent his money to fix up. Now, following the fatal shooting of the father of 5, who was described as a hard-working person, his neighbors turned their wrath on the policeman and hurled several missiles at him. And like I said, I saw the video. They were stoning him and they were cussing and shouting, and they wanted the other police in the uniform who came to save him to at least take away his gun, because he had just killed someone. A car believed to belong to the policeman, who police sources say was chopped by White, and a house where it is said that the cop's girlfriend and her mother lived were set ablaze by the angry residents, who told the Observer that the policeman and his girlfriend's family have since fled the community. Deputy Superintendent Kevin Chambers of the St. Ann Police Division told the Observer that a full probe is now underway and the cop is in the hospital being treated. This is a very quiet community, and the police will ensure that the investigation is done, said Chambers. He said that the police will maintain a presence in that area to prevent the incident from escalating any further than it already has, and that the Child Protection and Family Service Agency will be contacted to provide the 5-year-old who allegedly witnessed the killing of his father with adequate support, like counseling and them kind of thing there. Now, the lesson in this is this: a little niceness goes a long way. In all honesty, the picture that was released of the tank shows the tank to be full of water. So if 2 little picnic took 2 buckets of water out of this tank, then this would not have stopped the farmer's progress. Now I understand, say him lease the land and him fix up the tank with him own money, and now the tank is on leased land which is held by him, the leases. So legally, him can tell people said you can't catch water from the tank because it is on leased land and this is my land now for the term of this lease. But in just being nice to each other, him could have give the two little pick to them the buckets of water and then tell them say, hey, tell your mommy them say this tank is no longer a public tank because we lease the land. Alright? But take your bucket of water and go on. But it was his failure to be nice to the little youths them that led to his life being lost. Now that police officer there, in my opinion, this was ego. That's just my opinion still. This was ego. Because you know, your woman call you and your woman tell you how this man mash up the bucket, chop up the bucket with him long machete and we scared. And you fly over there, you're a Superman, so you have to prove to your woman so you can defend her. So when him reach now, hey boy, don't give me no back chat. Me a police, have my gun on my hip. What happened to you? I don't know if he advanced towards him. This could also be a case where, just like in America, before the police shoot you, them say, gun, gun. Because later on in court, it will be played back, that same video, where they're going to say, well, he perceived his life to be in imminent danger. You heard him yell, gun, gun in the video, and that's why he shot. Them time that them not see no gun, you know. They haven't seen any gun. But it's a practice to yell gun before shooting. So it can be justified later in court, the reason why you shot. We don't know. If this policeman did not shoot Craig, that we would not be reading a different headline, and the different headline would say, police officer off duty, shot or chopped to death by farmer. It could have been that way. And sometimes you only have a split second to decide if you have to defend your life with deadly force or not. We weren't there, we don't know what happened. It's just sad that we can't quell our disputes. Something so simple as 2 buckets of water. We cannot quell our disputes without a life being lost or blood being shed. Again, we have to get back to conflict resolution. We have to get back to loving each other and caring about each other enough. Come on, in the Christmas season, give pick them 2 buckets of water. I'm not trying to make the dead man look bad, but I'm trying to send a message to those of us who are still living, because I'm gone already. Be a little bit kind. It goes a long way. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. It's SouFLoTV, and I'll catch you on the next video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.